Greetings travelers, I'm Khryztof and this is Travel the World. Today I'm going to talk about my trip to Amsterdam, Holland, the Netherlands. Of course Amsterdam has this incredible reputation for vice and erotica, but there are plenty of things to do in Amsterdam that don't involve cannabis or S&M. I will admit that a lot of things on this tour were strongly influenced by an episode of Anthony Bourdain, but he was right about this stuff too. We decided to stay in a private room in a hostel in North Amsterdam and take a ferry to the city center. It was about 5 to 10 minutes across on the ferry, and it was packed with people on their bikes. We rented a couple of bikes right across from the ferry terminal. As soon as you get to the city center, you're basically filtered down one of the narrow brick streets and taken to a world where cars like the Mini Cooper and the Fiat 500 would be full-sized. Again, there were no cars on the road, so you could bike around without fearing that someone was going to try and run you down. Right away, we were hit with streets lined with coffee shops that were selling cannabis at a premium rate. We took Anthony Bourdain's advice and went off the beaten path and went to a place called Paradox. This shop was super quaint and felt like a normal coffee shop. We spent a while talking to some of the people sitting around us and taking turns drawing in each other's sketchbooks, and I found out that the only legal edibles in Amsterdam were these sweet slices of pound cake called space cakes. The next stop that Anthony Bourdain recommended was the Two Swans. It felt like a hole-in-the-wall bar, but there was this entertaining drag duet singing ABBA and other classic hits. We had a drink and a gentleman was telling me how much he loved America. He loved Obama and was grateful that we kicked the Nazis out in World War II. Speaking of Nazis, when in Amsterdam you're supposed to visit Anne Frank's house. I was a little petrified by it, and it was raining and there was a line around the block to get in. I'm not saying it wasn't worth it, but there were other spots in the city that we thought we should check out, so we ended up skipping it. We went into the Damp Crane coffee shop where they filmed Ocean's 12 for some tea and space cakes. Then we went to the Wreck Museum. This was an incredible experience. There's a big city park in Amsterdam called the Vondelpark, and I had carried my caricature stuff all the way across the world, so it was about time I actually sketched some people. I only ended up drawing one family, but they seemed happy with it. We did take a walk down the red light district and saw ladies in the windows luring young men to hand over their life savings for an unforgettable night. We did miss a few things, like the ice bar, where the whole bar is made completely of ice, and the trippy blacklight house that Anthony Bourdain went to called Electric Ladyland. Just biking around the city and the bridges over the canals made Amsterdam feel like an incredibly fun place to live. I'd love to go back and actually see more of the Netherlands, because the people and the culture seem so laid back and so cool. So, that's all for Amsterdam. Remember, stay off the main strip for cannabis and just eat a fourth of the space cake to start. Remember, keep traveling and spread love around the world.